Hey viewers and viewresses, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome to another round of FML with me and Phil. How you doing, Phil?
Well, well. Here we are once again for some more. We haven't done this in a bit of a while,
We haven't, no.
and I think the last time we did have Connor with us actually to have a look at some of
Yes.
these. But we're going to have a
So,
look
yeah.
ourselves. Of course, today has been Remembrance Day, hasn't
It
it, as
has,
well?
yes. Just to
Lots
date
of
the
people
video,
think
it's
that.
the 11th of November over here in UK at the moment. I don't know when this video
I'm
will go
not.
out though.
I'm not totally sure, but I think there was some major event, some
Some major
ending on
event.
the 11th of November, 1918. What
Oh
happened
yes.
on that day?
I
No,
wonder
I
what
can't
what
remember.
it could possibly
Yeah.
be, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, actually, come to think of it, I'll probably be watching the Remembrance service on TV tonight at 9 on BBC One.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the Cenotaph March by tomorrow. That's well, I think it's from
Big old World
10:15.
War One. That's it. Big old Worldy Warry One.
Worldy
That's what
Wary
I'm remembering.
Wonny.
Yeah.
Indeed,
That's
indeed.
what it is. That, I see an ad over there. Is that an ad for a tardigrade speaker? That's a
Yeah.
tardigrade. A tardigrade is one of those little microscopic creatures, which is also, I believe, another name for it's called a water bear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
interesting
really
little
weird
thing.
creatures. Yeah, it's weird adverts from I think a site called Temu, which I think is like a Chinese
Oh, yeah.
Amazon. Yeah,
It's not like oh, it's like an awful thing. It's like
yeah,
Wish. You don't know what you pay. Right,
indeed.
Andrew. Slush. Here we go.
Slush.
Slush, rush. Slush is the. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't had a slush puppy in ages.
No,
I
I haven't
remember those.
either.
Those are like things you usually get at cinemas, aren't
Yeah,
they?
indeed.
Yeah, the slush puppy. Today, I'm a big fan of healthy supplements, but those algae pills I bought were a definite waste of money. Why? Because they came out of me looking the exact same way they went in.
Oh dear, that's actually a very very recent one. This apparently it's only got one person who's voted on it. I've
Yeah, yeah.
noticed, which
You
is
deserved it.
yeah,
Yeah, you got to be careful with these sort of supplements. Some of them just don't really work, and
indeed.
they're not stated as they should be, and things like that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'd say, where did you buy these things from? Because, yeah, I imagine there's probably tons of, like, small alternative medicine shops out there that claim to sell all kinds of amazing things, but actually, when you get down to it, there's no scientific evidence any of them actually work.
All these herbal things, and
Yeah,
I know that some supplements are part of these big MLMs,
indeed.
pyramid schemes. You've really got to be careful. But
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
little one. But you should the algae pit. I thought algae is just things that when water gets a bit mucky
Yeah.
and they grow on
Scum.
the surface.
I mean, I've heard that apparently some species of algae, or however you pronounce it, in certain forms, when processed, can actually be nutritional. But don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist.
Too late.
But
I've
there's
quoted
lots.
you on
Okay,
that.
you've already quoted me.
Okay.
Oh dear. Okay,
Ah,
Phil's already written a 300-page friggin' scientific article quoting me as a source from what I just said from that one FML video that we did
there we
that
go.
one
It's been
time.
put in. It's going to be peer reviewed and
Yep,
assessed.
indeed.
What were our other options, by the way? We
So we had
introduced some other options as well. We had a
yeah,
That's Hilarious.
no more
Was there
information needed.
more information needed?
There
Was
were
there a
others.
That's Quite Sad?
Yeah, that probably is another one
Another
that
one.
we think should be added to the thing. That's just more sad than anything else. Or maybe, even just like a neutral response in terms of, well, these things happen, etc.
Come on, web developers of FML, where are you?
Yeah. But yes, I feel like a bit more information might be desirable on that one, but yes. There we go. And speaking of health, I apologise if my voice is a little bit nasally because I do have a little bit of a cold at the moment. I was telling Phil just before we started recording.
Unacceptable. No colds
Unacceptable.
allowed.
Okay, well, I'll be hot then. Actually,
You
I
have a
don't need
hot
to
then
be.
instead. Yeah.
I'm already very hot. No.
No.
Today I prepared a detailed plan to organise my life, colour-coded and beautifully illustrated. I was so engrossed in designing the perfect plan that I forgot to actually do any of it and ended up with a highly organised non-starter. Well, how the heck... How do you manage that? Good lord.
I think it became a bit too much. You're doing something else
Yeah.
instead of doing what you want to. Well, that's the actual explanation of procrastination, really,
Indeed.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're like the king of the procrastinators.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel like it's just one of those things you got so focused on thinking about, oh, I'll do this and I'll do this, or I'll just add this in here. Yeah, then actually got to the point where you're like, oh shoot, it's actually the end of the day and I've done absolutely nothing. Yeah, you got to be disciplined with yourself sometimes on that front.
Yes, absolutely. If you're gonna do things like this and work out when you maybe put little timings in as well to how long you think it's going to take you and um, things
Indeed.
like that.
Indeed, yes. So I wouldn't go as far as saying you deserved it. I think it's a bit harsh, but maybe next time, just bear that in mind. Don't spend your whole day just trying to plan everything perfectly, and give it another shot another time. So,
Exactly. Otherwise, you're
yeah,
just going to do. You might not be able to do everything that you can do.
indeed. Right, over to you then, Phil.
Sneaky from 2013, right? Today I asked a traffic cop if it was okay to park my car briefly in a Monday to Friday only parking spot since it's Saturday. She politely replied I could. I came back less than 10 minutes later only to find a parking ticket stuck to my windshield.
That's an odd one. Yeah, I mean, if you asked the traffic cop if it's okay, and then suddenly you've got a parking ticket after they said you could just briefly, then that does feel a bit odd. But
Unless I'm thinking
yeah,
there's two traffic cops working the same route,
possibly, yeah,
the same, and it could have been that she said fine, but another one came along and went, "Oh no, this is a Monday to Friday only place." Bang, parking ticket. And if that's the case, there's a bit of miscommunication
yeah.
there,
I
and
was
that
about to
should have been
say,
relayed.
yeah, that sounds like something where surely they would, surely they must have communication between each other, just so they could say, look, I've instructed this person such and such a thing. Don't anyone sort of undermine that or anything like that. So, yeah, it might just
Also,
be a
it can't really be
miscommunication thing.
disputed. Can't really be disputed because it's one word against another.
Yeah.
You can't just go up and say, "Well, this traffic cop said I could."
Yeah, yeah. In that instance, if you were trying to appeal that, you'd have to try and find that specific traffic cop and actually get them to verify for you or vouch for you, which is easier said than done. But
But also, I'd be
yeah,
careful as well. I mean, if it does say Monday to Friday only, then I wouldn't risk it. No
no,
matter if we had a person in
yeah,
authority say it was okay, I'd just be like, okay, a bit fishy.
yeah. I'm inclined to say your life sucks on this one, but also maybe just it just needs to be a bit more careful in future.
Yeah,
At the
even though
same
it's 10
time.
years old, this one.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still doing it in 2023, who knows? Emotional support, please, Phil. Today I cried myself to sleep. Last night too, and the night before that, and the nights before those. Anyway, let's now read the FML. No, but I guess that's what life is, huh? Sounds
That is,
sad.
yeah, that sounds a bit, but
Yeah,
sorry, Andrew, you've been crying yourself to sleep every night.
I
It's
know.
really
I was
bad.
crying myself to sleep knowing that we had to do this recording session today. I was like, oh, I really don't want to.
Well, I think this is one for we need a bit more information.
Yeah,
Why?
indeed.
It's,
Are you
has
feeling
something
okay,
happened in your
OP?
life? Yeah, you're feeling okay. Mental health checks is always something to be assessed and considered.
Yes,
Um,
indeed. So I'm going to say, yeah, your life sucks, but also, like Phil says, more information is desirable here. Just to check, is everything okay? Have you got any problems going on that need
this one
talking
needs to be
out?
considered. Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
This one needs to be considered because things can happen in life. Right, sounds delicious. In a rush, I attempted to microwave some leftover pizza slices. Oof. We all like a bit of that. Unbeknownst to me, I accidentally hit the defrost button, turning the pizza into a lukewarm, soggy mess. I guess pizza should never be reheated in thaw mode.
Ooh, oh dear. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But at the same time, be a bit more attentive. I think I can sort of understand why people have hit you deserved it there, because that is a bit
Yeah.
of a doofus on your part, that one.
To be fair, the microwave is a funny thing. With some things,
Indeed.
it can make them go quite soggy.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. It can tell some good jokes from time to time. Huh.
Is that even classed as what?
That's me making a stupid joke on the fact that you said the microwave is a funny old thing.
Oh dear.
You
I
see?
know that when I've had Domino's in the past, and then I've not been able to finish it, and then obviously the next day you heat it up to have it for some lunch or for some tea. It can go a bit. I know it makes the crust a bit soggy. They say the best way to do for leftover pizza is to not actually put it in the microwave, but heat up a pan, I
Yeah.
believe, and then sort of put it in there and make it a bit more crisper.
Interesting. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll admit I've only ever microwaved leftover pizza, but I don't know. I've never had sort of issues with it becoming particularly soggy. Then again, I suppose it depends. Like you say, if you accidentally hit that defrost mode or whatever. So
Yeah, don't. That's only for if you really need to. But you shouldn't really ever you shouldn't really defrost stuff in a microwave anyway. For defrosting, when you take stuff out of the freezer, you need to leave it so it defrosts, naturally into a bowl or something, like you do with like when you've got your chicken or your thing that you've frozen. You want to have it ready for your tea. Obviously, you take it out in
yeah,
the morning and have it ready for.
there's certain
Well,
things,
especially with chicken. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, the
certain
bad things about
things.
chicken.
I mean, the thing is, if it's not like something like chicken, where there's probably a better way of defrosting it. I mean, like I always just defrost bread in the microwave because I usually freeze my bread, and usually it's fine. Give it 2 minutes
Oh,
on the
freezing bread, yes, definitely.
yeah,
Because with the bread, you always get massive pack, so you can't just leave it there because obviously bread can get mouldy
yeah,
very quickly. So if you
can,
take one bit of it, pop it in the freezer, and leave your other bit out of the freezer, and you've got some
yeah,
ready to go. And once you finish that, you just dip into the freezer,
yeah,
and maybe
exactly.
let that defrost. Or you could even just you can just pop it in the toaster.
Yeah,
Because
that too.
I believe there's a defrost button on the toaster as well, isn't there?
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. You see, I've never really looked too closely, but yes, that's you deserved it slightly on that one, in a gentle sort of way. Well, there you go, Phil. There's your favourite tardigrade plush again.
I went too far actually with that. I had some. I had. There is a defrost button on the toaster, and I had some bread, and I put it in the toaster,
Yeah.
and left it in the defrost for a bit too long, and it actually turned into toast. I was like, oh, I just wanted bread, but now I've got toast.
There
Okay.
you go. Yeah. Oh, don't you just hate when that happens? Yes. Understanding. Today, after I met a girl on Tinder I'd very much like to date, we finally arranged our first date. As I rushed to my car in my best suit, I had a flat tyre. The trains had stopped running and a taxi out distance was easily £200. She accused me of being a catfish and blocked my number. Yikes.
Oh, everything
Ouch.
went wrong. Oh dear,
Yeah.
that's that would. Oh my God, that would easily fit on. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, that is that sucks, that one. But then again, I don't know. I mean, silver lining potentially. I mean, the fact that she immediately assumed you were a catfish and blocked you, maybe you've dodged a bit of a bullet there. Because
Yeah, it's how much I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
But even though you went through all that effort,
Indeed. I
oh
feel
my
like
God, just everything was against you. Yeah.
surely if she was a reasonable person, she might have understood if you said, "I'm sorry, I had a flat tire. There was no way for me to get there." Indeed. So yeah, I'd say
The
your
train
life
just stopped
sucks.
running. Unless she was thinking it was, oh no, this is just excuse after excuse after excuse. What is he going to be like when I start,
Well.
when I start dating? Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Well, your life sucks. Not much to say. These things happen. There we go.
Oh, tough shit.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. That's what I said to the last one. Tough shit. No, this is from 2011. This one. I was taking a dump in a porta potty at a fair. I had the runs really bad. All I have to say is that it's tough to take a shit that seems never ending while other people outside are bitching at you and hammering on the flimsy door.
Oof. Yes. That doesn't sound like a nice situation to be in. Can't say I've ever used a portaloo at a fair or a concert or anything like that. Mainly because I've never been to that kind of event. But yeah, I
You've
imagine
been
it's
hit by the
horrible.
runs, yeah. Ooh,
Yes.
diarrhea and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. Especially when you're trying to. Oh God, I think at that point, just think maybe considering trying to get home as quickly as
Yes.
possible, or get into somewhere where there's an actual proper toilet.
Yeah.
Like, is there a supermarket close by? Because no supermarkets have toilets in them.
Yeah, indeed. No, they don't, Phil. Do you not know supermarket workers? They don't need toilets.
No toilets there.
Indeed.
To be fair, supermarket toilets are actually really quite clean. They are really. I think if
Yeah,
they
most
go
of
in
the
there
time.
to clean them a lot. The funny thing was, there's a supermarket. There's a Morrison's near me, right? And they've got the the scanners.
Oh,
The
yeah.
big scanners that detect whether you're taking a product back that stop if you're like trying to steal
Yeah, yeah.
something. They've got those in front of the toilets.
Interesting.
Which is a bit weird because there's no that's the only way in and out unless you go out through a window or
Yeah, I was
something.
going to
but
say, is there like a window or a fire exit in the toilets or anything like that someone could?
could very well be something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's why they put it there.
Yeah, I would say your life sucks. To
That's
the OP
really
on
bad,
that one,
yeah.
it is. Yeah, and if
But look
you
at
know-
that though.
Yeah.
Your life sucks is completely overriding. You deserved
yeah,
it there.
is. Indeed. Yeah, I assume you probably got the runs during the event and didn't just go there with it. Already.
Well,
having
that makes
runs.
sense because
Yeah.
some of the food at fairs and things like that can be a little bit dodgy.
Dodgy indeed, yes. Here comes trouble, Phil. Today I found out that my girlfriend's new friend is actually her replacement. They met a few months ago, and she's really cool. We share the same interests, it's nice to spend time with her, etc. But my girlfriend planned to break up with me and trained her because she doesn't want me to be lonely. Okay.
Oh no.
That's weird.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's had enough of you, but so she's got a new friend, and she's basically training this friend up to be your
New
girlfriend.
girlfriend. What
Yeah,
the
that's a
heck?
bit of a
Very weird. I mean,
how
on the one hand,
convoluted.
yeah, it's your life sucks on that one, and it seems very odd. But hey, you never know. You might get at least just a good friend out of it, even if you're not interested in, her as in this friend as a replacement girlfriend. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Also, it reminds me of the song from I think it was Saint Trinian's. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something came along. I remember that. I think it's Saint Trinian's.
I don't know. I've never seen Saint Trinian's. Yeah. Yes, that's your life sucks very much on that one. I don't think there's out else much for us to say, eh? Over to you, Phil.
Cool beans. Today, I confronted my husband about the sex between him and another woman. He says it's just chatting, and it's not like I'm going to do it in real life. I got you, baby. He called me unreasonable for getting upset. He's sulking right now because I refused to fix him dinner tonight.
Jesus, what a freaking man-child. Good lord.
Yeah,
Wow.
But I mean, if you've caught sexts, I mean
Yeah.
that could be pretty serious in some
It
cases,
can.
can't it?
I mean, because things like that could literally be the precursor to him cheating on you, for all you know. So
Yeah, like how bad are the sex? They're like
Yeah.
proper, raunchy stuff. Because if that's
Indeed.
the case, yeah, it's sounding like it could be.
I mean, if it's sexting, Phil, it's probably going to be pretty raunchy already, given the.
Well, no,
you know,
no,
what it is.
yeah, there'll be some can be quite tame.
Yeah.
And if
Still
if it's like
sexting, though.
proper full on stuff,
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, he's a man-child. Your life sucks on that one. I'd keep an eye on him because that's not a good
Sounds like
sign.
this- yeah.
It's not a good sign if he's doing that with someone else. Because, like I say, there could be cheating going on there potentially. You never know.
watch out, keep your eye on it. That's what I say.
Yep, indeed. Who are you, Phil? Today we noticed some guy lurking nearby our house. In a few minutes we saw that the TARDIS, the police box from Doctor Who replica that we built for our son in the backyard, was on fire. This guy burned it because he hates nerds. I don't even know him. He just saw the box somehow and decided to set it on fire. Get the police involved now, because that's fucking alarming, just saying.
Maybe you can go into the TARDIS and pull a policeman out. Hey!
Hey!
No, that's not
Dear
how that
me.
works.
Nope.
But that is, come on, you can't just have a go at someone because you're nerds.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Being a nerd is pretty cool. And by the way, some of the nerd things, more people are understanding. I mean, I remember way back in the day, video games were classed as, nerdy things. Now look at it. It's the
Indeed.
biggest entertainment industry in the world. It gets its own, although I was about to say it gets its own shows like E3, but I think E3 is sort of stopped now. But yeah, it's the biggest, and loads of people love it. Even people who you wouldn't normally think would go for it
Indeed.
as well now. And obviously, there's more people going to more women are ingratiating themselves into the video game thing.
Yeah,
You've got loads of
community.
streamers, and so yeah, being nerd. Oh, it's just
good.
a silly old stupid
Yeah.
thing. That something from 2008, for God's sake.
Yeah, but I was just saying though, the fact that this person snuck into your backyard, set part of your property on fire, that is fucking criminal behaviour. Fucking get the police involved now and get that guy arrested, because good God, that is alarming.
Especially something as wonderful as that you've done for your son. You built the TARDIS
I know.
for your son. I like how they had to explain what that
Specify,
is. Yeah, I think there might be. Okay, fair enough. There may be a few select people out there who don't know what the TARDIS is and may have no idea what Doctor Who is. I mean, even I've never watched a single episode of Doctor Who, but even I know what the TARDIS is.
Yeah, it's one of those things that was big for quite a while here in the UK, and then internationally as well for a little bit. So I think most people know.
It's interesting, and I think it's still going. I remember you did it all with one of your very old episodes. No, I was about to say you did an episode of Doctor Who. No, you did 2 episodes of Doctor Who, and both episodes were completely ragging on it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It's funny because it's like there are. I've said this before. I'll keep this very brief, so I'm not going too much on it. But yeah, it's like there are certain aspects of Doctor Who that I did enjoy as a teenager, and which I do like as an adult. But I feel like for every sort of good aspect of Doctor Who, there's also 10 other aspects of it that are kind of shit.
Yeah,
are just not
and
that
silly.
good and silly.
Yeah.
And just
There you go.
corny as hell. And yeah,
If you want to know more about that, viewers, like I said, Andrew's got 2 episodes of ragging on Doctor Who, basically, the new episodes in So Being Hunted. I can't remember which episodes they were.
They were a while ago, so yeah, I can't remember what number they were either. I can just remember that. Yeah, I ragged on it a bit. But yeah, so your life sucks very much on that one. Right there. Deary me, it's scary, that one. Right, over to you then,
very
Phil.
bad. I'm okay. I seem to be getting a lot of the old ones, don't I?
Yeah.
2012 here. I slammed the car door on my head while I was getting in the car. If that wasn't bad enough, my boyfriend is convinced I now have a concussion and insists on waking me up every hour to make sure I'm still alive. To be fair enough,
Yeah.
that is nice looking after.
Yeah.
Though, I must say.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you may find it annoying at the moment, but actually his heart's in the right place if he's, concerned and thinks, something might be wrong. So he's just checking up on you. So there's a silver lining in that regard. I'm just trying to picture, how did you slam your car door on your head? How did that happen?
Bending down to do something, for example.
Yeah,
Maybe
indeed.
trying to look for something under the car, or
Maybe,
you saw something strange on a tyre, or just checking it by accident, and then the car doors, and then maybe you accidentally pushed, or maybe the reason that the boyfriend is looking after is because he accidentally did it.
Maybe.
Again, that we don't have enough information on that, but
Yeah.
but it's good that he's constantly looking after you, because it can be very severe. If you do have a concussion, it doesn't get looked after. It causes severe health benefits,
Yeah.
even death. So
health benefits, even death. I think you mean health issues there.
they said benefits.
Yeah, you said benefits.
Oh yes, concussions give you lots of health benefits. Well, to be fair, I have heard stories of people who've had who've had memory lapse and amnesia, and they actually banged their head really hard, and it brought some memories back and things like that.
Indeed, yes. Yeah. So I think this is a Your Life Sucks, but at the same time, a bit more information would be desirable on that. Like, how did this happen? Strange.
Exactly.
Yeah. Strapped for cash. Today, my now ex-best friend decided to sell his house. This wouldn't be a problem if he hadn't asked me to live in it and look after it, which I've been doing for 2 years while he's abroad, and is a result of his loud-mouthed, obese mother leading him around by the nose and forcing both of us to pay her bills.
Oh god, we've got a helicopter parent here.
Yeah.
Big time.
Oh dear. So she's forcing you to contribute to her bills, not just her son, but also the OP, which sounds weird. Okay.
Yeah. So paying her bills as well,
Yeah.
because you're living with this person's mother.
Yeah.
No. I think you need to sort of think about getting out of there.
Yeah. So on the one hand, I can get a bit of Your Life Sucks on this one, but obviously noting that there's quite a few people who've clicked "You deserved it," it does sound a bit like this is a situation that I feel like you could have potentially avoided, because it's like ex-best friend. So it's like he's asked you to live in this house, and you've been doing so for 2 years, and in all that time, you're obviously aware of the mother kind of overbearing on all of this. So it's just one of those things where could you have got yourself out sooner a bit? I don't know. Maybe a bit more information is required. I'm not sure. I think there's a bit of an element of both.
Is there some sort of contractual element here?
Is there? Yeah.
Asked me to live in it and look after it, which I've been doing for 2 years while he's abroad. Oh, because he's been abroad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an odd one. Like, on one level, I do feel a bit of sympathy for the OP, but at the same time, I feel like I need to know more about this setup, this arrangement, how it came about. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a weird
one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Right, support coming your way. Today and every day for the past 1.5 years, I felt miserable. I took the decision to leave, not knowing that it would be hell. Now I'm stuck thinking it's good for my future and too scared to leave. I hate it and hate everything and everyone in this place. I want to leave and I need the courage. The future terrifies me.
Jeez, okay. Someone, I think, feels just kind of stuck in life by the sound of it.
Yeah, it seems like they're in a big rut.
Yeah. So when you say decision to leave, do you mean like leaving from a job, or like leaving country? I know I'm a bit.
Well, it looks like this person's in the UAE.
Yeah. I don't
Now,
know. I'm not sure. Like, maybe they're just not kind of feeling confident in saying exactly what it is, but strange. Yeah. I mean, I suppose.
Maybe you should look. Have you got any friends or family that you can look for help, for support?
Yeah.
I know there's lots of like organisations that can help if you feel like you're suffering from a bit of mental health issues. Maybe you should have a look into some mental health organisations to have a look and see what you need to do.
Indeed. Yeah. there's not much I can really say other than your life sucks. But I think by the sound of it, this OP, do you need to talk? Is there something else you need to kind of get off your chest here? Talk through what your feelings are exactly. Because
You've got some friends or
yeah.
family, yeah, have a word with them.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, that's that one. Congratulations! Today I found out my daughter got married and didn't even bother to tell anyone. She just turned up at a family get-together with some random dude and introduced him as the guy she married 2 weeks ago while drunk. They're now dating to see if the marriage will work out long term. I can't even. Wow.
Ooh, okay. So you see, silly things happen when you're drunk.
Yeah.
That's the issue. The silly things can happen, I have heard of situations where people have got drunk and they've actually led to them being married.
Indeed. Yes. Yeah. It's just I think it sounds like the daughter and this other person, whoever they are, clearly have not been thinking properly. So they married first and are now dating to actually see if it'll work out. I feel like you should be doing that the other way round. You should be dating first.
I think you need to get an annulment or
Yes.
something, and see if the dating works, and then you can. Because you've obviously got to. Marriage is a big thing, and you've got to. I mean, how much did you shell out? Because marriages are very expensive as well.
Indeed, the actual weddings cost a bloody fortune. They do if you're going all out. On reception and all the trimmings that come with it and all that. So yeah, I think your life sucks on that one. It just does seem pretty.
Maybe have a
odd.
word. I think it's time to have a little word
Yeah.
with your daughter.
Little private word. Indeed. Over to Phil.
His place or your place? Today, my boyfriend has covered his windows in heavy-duty garbage bags, all the while complaining that his apartment has no view. In our old place, which did have a view, he always kept the blinds closed and never opened the windows more than 2 centimetres.
Oh dear. So why is he covered it in garbage bags? Is it because maybe the sun's
Sorry,
going through?
rubbish bags.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're
Rubbish.
British round here.
Yes. Rubbish, Phil. Rubbish.
Oh, it's absolutely rubbish.
Yes. So, yeah, people who sometimes behave in slightly contradictory ways, they say one thing and then they do something else, can be always a little bit frustrating. But,
Putting rubbish bags all over the windows. That's heavy duty. I know that some heavy duty rubbish bags can be a bit smelly,
Yeah,
can't they?
they can.
Like they've got that weird, when you get them out there, that weird sort of plasticky smell is a bit strange.
Yeah.
So putting that all over you, he's contradicting it. You know what he's being? A big old hypocrite.
Yes, he's being a bit of a weirdo in that regard. Yeah, your life sucks on that one. Just maybe have a word with him. That's all we can really say. Isn't it,
All
Phil?
we can say, okay.
Yes. Lucky. Today I got my first tattoo. Didn't realise that the font I chose uses a fancy capital L that can easily be mistaken for a capital F. It looks like I have "I'm a good fuck" charm tattooed on my wrist.
Oh, that's
Oops.
funny. Yes, that would go under. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm sort of trying to picture the font of this fancy capital L in my head and how would that look like a capital F. I suppose.
Unless you put a weird
Yeah.
squiggly line, because an
Yeah.
F's obviously got the little line in the middle of it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I can sort of see if perhaps like there's they do one of those like weird artistic flourishes where they put a line through the L or something and it ends up looking like an upside down F. But I don't know. It's a weird one. But
Also, what's bad about that is tattoos are long-lasting things. And you can actually get them off, but it's difficult.
Indeed.
Oh dear.
I can see
Hopefully,
why people have,
you can't be mistaken that much.
Hopefully, sorry, I think I can understand why people have gone, but you deserved it on that, because I feel like that's a bit of a one where you kind of blundered into that, OP, and should have been a bit more observant, maybe.
Yeah,
But,
you've got to. There's a lot of training involved in being a tattoo artist, I believe.
Indeed.
You got to have quite an artistic sort of element as well.
Training? What do you need that for? Just get a black biro, stab it into someone's skin, and then just...
Make sure the ink goes deep into their bloodstream.
Yes, that too.
You don't put
Indeed.
anything in mine because I don't have a bloodstream. No.
you don't.
Mine's a coffee stream. So if you just put it in there, you can pull the pen out and go, oh, it actually tastes rather nice now.
Yeah, see?
Actually,
I nearly just called you coffee. Phil is actually a coffee-powered robot, aren't you, Phil?
yeah, that's right. You can't don't go about stabbing me or killing me because if once you kill me, all the caffeine will just all the coffee will just spurt out of me because obviously I have
Yeah.
coffee flowing through me, and
Indeed.
everyone will just go, "Oh," start sipping.
Yeah, there'll just be your crumpled, dead robot body on the floor in a big puddle of spilled coffee, and then just a load of people sort of crouched beside it, lapping at it like puppies.
Oh, this is actually quite nice caffeine.
He's very tasty, the dead Phil. Ooh, jeez.
Oh, now then, Andrew, you're on your own. Okay. Almost half of my birthday party invitees are refusing to attend simply because my mother-in-law is going to be there, and their hatred of her Karen-like behaviour is greater than their desire to celebrate my birthday.
Oof, yeah. That's unfortunate, because it's not you who's the problem, it's someone else close to you. Oh dear.
Oh no, she's got the Karen-like behaviour. Oh dear. Oh
Yeah.
God, you've got those sorts of people are really, they can be really, really bad, especially when it comes to poor old people in like grocery stores, who have to deal with customer
yes.
service. Yeah. I've seen like
the
loads
manager,
of fits.
please. Yes. And all
Yeah,
that.
I've seen loads of them have absolute fits.
Yes.
And they're like, I didn't get me chocolate, I didn't get, where's me broccoli? And I'm like, oh God, it's over here. Can you
Yes.
go into the back and find it? There's nothing in the fucking back.
Yes, indeed. Well, I think there might be a potential solution, though, to this one. Have, two sort of parties. Have one that's for close family, where the Karen-like mother-in-law attends, and just then a select few family members. And then maybe, secretly, have another birthday bash where you just get, your wider friends and a few family members, and, without
I like
the
your
mother-in-law.
thinking.
Indeed, yeah.
I like it. Now that is proper thinking. Yeah, and then you can have
See?
the big birthday bash. Yeah,
I'm thunking with my thonker. There we go, yes.
that would be ideal actually if you divide it into two. Just don't let
Yeah.
your mother-in-law know in case she turns up.
Yes, indeed. So that's your life sucks on that one, absolutely. Inside Out. Today, I've been having the worst gas, nausea, and stomach pain of my life, and literally nothing I do works. While I was at work, I farted, but it came from the inside out. It was so loud, there's no way everyone didn't hear it. My stomach started bubbling so loud, the guy sitting behind me got up and walked away. Oof. See a doctor, maybe? If stomach pain, nausea, gas. Could be something serious. You might want to just get it checked. In essence,
Yeah, that's it. And maybe for things like that, you can use like things like I use. Gastro-resistant tablets, such as you can obviously get prescription ones, but over-the-counter ones, such as here in the UK we've got Rennie and Gaviscon, which are two very good ones. Gaviscon is really good. I much prefer having Gaviscon to Rennie. Gaviscon works a lot better for me than Rennie's does, and it comes in a multitude of different flavours, which is always good.
Yes. Also, can I just say, the OP says they farted, but it came from the inside out. Don't all farts come from the inside of your body?
No, I usually suck my farts up.
Oh, you suck them in, do you? So actually your fart is outside and you suck it in.
So it comes right up my body and out my mouth.
Oh,
Can you imagine
okay.
that? Oh, shit.
Ugh, don't want to imagine that, actually.
Yeah.
So your life sucks on that one, but also maybe, I don't know, if it's something serious, to see a doctor. Indeed.
Okay, make it stop. Oh my goodness me, this is really quite an old one, 2009. I finally found out that someone had stolen my debit card and maxed it out. The good news, whoever it was forgot to change the address on the card, so everything they bought online has been shipped to me. The bad news, I've received 16 Snuggies so far and I'm still counting.
Oof, my God, somebody really loves their Snuggies, apparently. Somebody's willing to
I know,
steal a card.
They want to be hugged by a blanket
Yeah,
and
the Snuggies.
maxing out the Snuggies. Oh, That's that sort of thing. It's like a blanket with arms, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
I
you can
think that's what
basically
it
put
is.
it over you and you put your arms through. That's
Yeah.
when you really want to be lazy.
So, the only thing that I'm just sort of thinking about with this one, though, is I'm assuming it sounds like they've actually stolen, the physical card. In which case, how did you not notice that at first, that it was missing?
And then as soon as it's missing, call your bank and tell them to stop the card.
Indeed, cancel it. Yeah.
I'm sure even in 2009 you could do that.
Yeah, it's weird because, I know obviously, there's a difference if, for example, instead of your card being stolen, it's just your generic bank details that get stolen. Because obviously, then the criminal might just hold on to those for a while. And you might not even know until however much time has elapsed, and something then comes up on your bank statement that you don't recognise. But no, this is actually stealing the card by the sound of it, which I would have thought, you would have surely noticed quickly it was missing, and therefore grounds to get it.
Yeah, and then you would find out
frozen.
where it's gone.
Yeah. Indeed.
I mean, at that point, 2009, I think I was just finishing my GCSEs, so
Yeah.
didn't really concern myself with debit cards and things at that
2009.
stage. Yeah.
Yeah, 2009, I would have just been finishing A
No, not my GCSEs, my A
levels.
levels. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because I remember 2010 was when I started uni,
yeah.
so I'd have been on the final sort of stages of A levels, A2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. If you would have been on the final stages of A levels, then so I would have probably been first year of university then.
Got university,
Undergraduate.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember I started university in 2010.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll be right then. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm getting it confused
The only reason I
in my
know
head.
that is because I know my 3 years. Because I started university in 2010, I finished university in
Ah,
2013.
yeah, there you go. You remember the years of a certain phase of education, you can remember all the other ones. Yeah, your life sucks on that one, OP. Just be a bit more observant next time, I think. Right, who's it to go next? Sorry, I've distracted myself completely.
It was me because
Okay,
I
it's
usually
me.
do the old one.
Yeah, I've got blisters on my fingers. Today I learned the hard way that my oven mitt has a hole. Time to get a new one whenever my finger stops burning. Ouch.
Oh dear. Well, there you go. That's a clear sign it's time.
Yes.
That's a bit weird. That's
Yeah.
I think I might need to have a little look.
Yeah, that's
My
yeah.
oven mitt.
I think that's going to make a lot of people suddenly think I should probably check my oven mitt, make sure it's not going to be
Actually, I
holes in
should
it.
because I have started to notice when I have like a pizza in the oven and I'm pulling it out now, it does feel a little bit warmer on my hands than it used to be.
Okay. I wonder if the
Okay,
material's
so that
wearing
could
down.
be the,
Yeah,
yeah, the material of the oven mitt's wearing down.
indeed. Well,
Because what you don't
so-
want to, because what you don't want to do is go, find out that it had a hole, touch it, be in
Yeah.
severe pain, and then drop the pizza
Yeah.
or whatever's in your
Heaven
oven at the
forbid you
time. It all
drop the
goes all over the floor.
pizza. Yes.
Oh, I've already done that, unfortunately. Not because
Oh.
it's hot, but I accidentally, yes, I had a pizza. It was finished. I pulled it out of the oven, and unfortunately, it sort of wobbled as it came out, and it flew out, and everything went on the floor. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! I picked up as quick as I can. I put it back on the pizza, so it's still there. Luckily, it wasn't too bad, but all the toppings were messed all over the
Oh,
place. So
dear.
it was really annoying because I was looking forward to that and enjoying it. I mean, there was no degradation in taste. It was just everything was all over the place.
Yeah. Oh dearie me, that's terrible news. That is. So yeah, that's your life sucks on that one, OP. So not much else to say.
Sorry, OP. Yes. Much appreciated. Today, the token of appreciation from my husband after paying off his student loan debt, being his support system when his mother died, and cooking and cleaning for his arse yesterday is him getting my sister preggers.
I think I should just say cooking and cleaning every day, not just yesterday. Oof, oh dear. Yeah, time to dump his ass, just saying.
That's awful. After the things you've done for him, and he goes and does something like that.
Indeed, yeah.
Despicable
Some
behaviour.
people, yeah. That's a moment where we need your phrase, Phil. Some people.
That's it. Some people. I don't. I just don't. I can't fathom why people cheat.
Indeed.
Why do you feel it necessary? If you feel it is necessary, you are not getting along with your partner. You should be. Well, the first thing you do is maybe sit down with them and discuss where things are not going right and see if
Yes.
you can rectify them. And then if that's really not working, then maybe it's time to have a talk and say, look, it's
Not working
not going.
out.
I think maybe it's time we should have some space and
Yes.
then go, but not go behind someone's back. Go he. Let's get it on while
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Indeed, yes. Absolutely. So that's a your life sucks, definitely. No shadow of a doubt on that one. Close call. Today, I went on a relaxing nature hike to de-stress. Oh, God, sorry, guess from my tea. I got lost for hours, encountered a bear, and had to play dead, only for the bear to steal my sandwich, then sit there for hours before finally leaving.
The famous bear thing. Yes, you've got
Yes.
to be careful with bears. There's like the thing between, I can't remember. It's something like if it's a brown bear, if it's brown, lay down. If it's black,
Fight.
stay back.
Stay back.
Yeah, if it's black, and if it's white, you're fucked.
Yeah,
Run.
basically.
Yeah.
Indeed. Bears. They can be pretty scary when they want to be.
Oh, they can be big, although not like that famous meme, which seems to be your favourite meme, the one where it got hit in the old testicalians.
Oh, that
but
video,
Apart
yes.
from that, bears are scary creatures.
They are.
Um,
Indeed. You cannot bear them, can you, Phil?
and then the audacity of the bear to go and steal your sandwich.
I know.
I mean, it could be a lovely one, like the one I had for lunch today, which was a gorgeous pastrami and Emmental.
Oof.
If it was something, oh God, I tell you what, if the bear had stolen my pastrami and Emmental sandwich, oh fucking hell, there'd be one big boxing match. I would uppercut him into the next dimension.
Oh dear, the lens Phil will go to for a sandwich. There
You
go.
do not disturb my pastrami and Emmental. That's my favourite sandwich. Pastrami, Emmental, mayo, mustard, sauerkraut, and gherkin. Oh,
My goodness.
Unreal.
Unreal. So it wasn't even real. It was so good it was unreal.
And so if the bear went, oh, I'll have that, I'll be like, you bloody fucking won't have that, mate.
Yes, here you go. I was just thinking though, if you're living in a country like Canada, surely, I don't know, would you not think if you're going out on a hike in nature, maybe there are certain things you could perhaps take for like self-defense in case you encounter a wild animal like a bear?
Yeah.
Because they're
Bear
not like
spray.
bear spray, like pepper spray for bears or whatever, just to like scare them off. Or like I suppose you can probably get like devices that make like loud, scary noises that probably just like
For
scare
certain,
animals off, things like that. Yeah, agree. Your life sucks. Next time, just maybe think about whether there's any preparation you could do. Indeed.
Are you okay? Today, my boyfriend yet again bought paper towels instead of toilet paper. I screamed myself hoarse at him and told him to go get some toilet paper before I killed us both. He then came back with coffee filters. I think at this point it sounds like he's trolling.
Yes.
A little bit. And this would fit in. That's hilarious, I've got to say.
Indeed. Yeah. I mean,
It sounds a bit like he's trolling you. I reckon he went to get paper towels instead of toilet paper to annoy you. And then when you got really annoyed, did it again, he thought, I'm gonna fuck with her again.
Yeah, I think if he's gonna troll you like that, just go out and
Or
get
him,
the toilet
or
paper
him.
yourself.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Coffee filters. God, can you imagine using coffee filters to wipe your ass? Oh my god, that would be. Yeah. Imagine if you had had coffee through it first. Oh dear. That's having a coffee enema. Yeah, that's how you get your caffeine fix that way.
Cheers, Phil. Thank you for that image. There we go. Yes, I think we're going to move on from that one very, very quickly. Yeah, maybe just go and get the toilet paper yourself, OP. There we go. You snooze, you lose. Today I was insulted and harassed by my sister and a boyfriend, also this is an old one, or because I proposed yesterday. They were angry I might get married before they did. They have known each other since primary school. I met my fiancée earlier this year. Well, tell them that they're not being invited to the wedding if they're going to be like that, because they're going to be
you want to do your way.
Yeah,
you want to do your way. Don't let them get their way. They've known each other since primary school. They've not done anything about it.
Indeed, yeah. Absolutely. They've had so much time. If they were hoping to get married, it's not their place to tell you that you can't at a certain time or whatever. That's up to you. So, friggin',
your plans. Yeah, when you want to do it,
stick it to them. I say your life sucks. There you go.
Okay, that's a bit of broken healthcare now. I've been on the waiting list for therapy for months after years and years of childhood trauma. I'm haunted daily by the memories of what happened, and I'm still no closer to the top of the list. I'm broken inside.
Oh dear. Yeah, so your life sucks. Unfortunately,
is this therapy with the? Because it's the UK with the NHS. Because if so, is there a possibility you could go private?
Possibly. I mean,
obviously it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
But it might help you because you will get through quicker.
Indeed. Yeah. Depends on costs, I think. But you may well have to look at it and see if there's any alternative in that regard. But yeah, if there isn't, basically you're stuck with the NHS system, which is under so much pressure at the moment. Then,
that's the issue as well. Yeah. And hopefully, I'm sorry to hear about the childhood trauma. Why there are parents out there who aren't fit to be parents.
Indeed, yeah.
Sometimes, I think some of them, because some got pregnant when they didn't want to be, they just can't cope with it.
Indeed.
So they might take it out on their children, but still, that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed, your life sucks there on that one. Try and hang in there, but I know that's not really the best advice, but hey, it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah. Cooking with a non. Today, after meaning to do so for a while, I began cleaning my oven. I sprayed it with the foam cleaner stuff, closed the oven for the foam to soak in, then forgot about the whole thing. Later, I preheated the oven for a pizza and triggered a smoke alarm, which brought the fire department to my door. No pizza, just shame. Yeah, it's kind of on you.
That's a bit forgetful. You need to not leave stuff like that. Also, no pizza. No, not necessarily. You could get a takeaway pizza.
Yeah,
So
afterwards.
there's still that one. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, maybe just be a bit more attentive next time, OP.
If you're
Not
going to
to
put
do
stuff in there,
that. Yes.
or don't just put foam cleaner stuff in. Try using just normal cleaning fluid products you can use as
Yes,
well.
indeed. Over to Phil.
You played yourself from 2012. I faked a sore throat for the school nurse so I could go home early. It took my dad the rest of the school day just to get there to pick me up.
Oh dear, that feels like karma, that does. Coming up and biting you
Yeah.
on the ass.
And oh my god, just imagine if your dad found out, he'll be absolutely furious.
Yep.
He'll be livid with that one.
He will be, yes. You better try and put on a convincing act there, OB, or hopefully you did put on a convincing act. Otherwise, someone's going to get a stern word.
Very stern talking
Stern
to.
word, yes.
So hopefully your sore throat, just maybe get some throat lozenges.
Yes. Well, not that they need them, but hey.
No, but you could use it as a convincing
You
act,
could, yes.
can't you?
Here
Yeah.
we are advocating ways of cheating the system.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do
Yeah,
that. Don't listen
indeed.
to us.
Yeah, don't listen to us. So that's a wide eye on that one. Typical bad day. Today I woke up to find my cat had knocked over a glass of water, which short-circuited my alarm clock, so I overslept, missed a crucial meeting and found out I'd been promoted to a position which no longer exists. Oof.
Oh, okay. So
Did you say to
what
work?
happened then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been promoted, and now it doesn't. What? So you got promoted, and then suddenly it didn't exist.
Yeah,
eh?
indeed. Just tell work that you had an emergency with your cat or something that meant you were just completely distracted from it and unable to do anything about it. I mean, they don't necessarily need to know the full story unless they specifically ask for it. So, just I'm sure if you try and
And then you
explain
have
to
to write
them,
the 5-page essay about it. Yes.
yes, 5-page essay on why friggin' Whiskers was an asshole this morning and decided to knock the water over.
That is the thing sometimes with cats. They can be quite clumsy.
Yes.
You do have to be careful as they tend to roam around, which is what I'm going to have to consider when I get a cat at some point.
Yeah. Agree your life sucks. There you go. Scratched. Wait, was it
Oh, okay,
scratched?
so we've
Yeah.
got 2 more. Right,
Oh, yeah.
I've scratched both my ankles so hard and for so long that they started bleeding and they still itch. I have no idea what I'm allergic to.
Well, if you don't know what you're allergic to, maybe don't scratch. Just saying. 'Cause
Yeah, I've had a
it's gonna
few
make it worse.
scratches, and the issue is with those sort of scratches is the itches are just so good when you scratch them. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Unless you get chickenpox, like that Dexter's Lab episode where he got chickenpox and he scratched himself, and then he turned into a chicken.
I've
Good
never
old
seen
Dexter's Lab.
I've never actually seen it.
It was my go-to cartoon when I was
was it now?
younger. Oh,
Yes.
I loved Dexter's Lab. It was my absolute favourite cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say maybe see a doctor as well. Just
In
try
other
and
words, that
figure
was
out
my Western anime.
your
yeah.
Western anime, was it? Yes. Indeed. I think that's a your life sucks on that one, but maybe also see a doctor or just get a medical opinion, perhaps.
See what they can do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Right, finishes off with the 2011 one then, Andrew.
Back to square one. Today I finally started my job as an in-home caregiver. The man I was hired to care for died 2 hours after I made it to his house. Oh dear.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
That's
Oh.
that's not a nice way to start your new job. Yeah, well, if you're an in-home caregiver, probability is the people you're going to be caring for will be people who either are very elderly or maybe have medical conditions
last
that mean
legs,
that-
yeah.
indeed. So you're probably going to have to be ready for that kind of thing. OP.
Yeah, it's quite sad, but these things might happen.
Yeah.
If they, but if you keep plugging away at being a caregiver, that's the best thing, really, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yes. So I'd say your life definitely sucks on that front. Not much else I can say about that one. So as long as you didn't accidentally give him wrong medications that made him die or anything like that, then you're fine. Don't worry too much about it.
Yeah, that's what you have to be really careful of, because if you ever did that and it turns out that was what caused someone to die,
Yeah.
you could be indicted for
trouble.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get yourself into huge trouble. But indeed. Yeah, well, there you go. That was another round of FML with myself and Phil. So, did you
We've got an
enjoy that,
interesting-
Phil?
we had an interesting series of all sorts of things, as we always do usually.
Yeah.
I couldn't really pick out a theme this time, really.
No.
Because there's lots of different ones.
No, there were some very different ones, weren't there? Yeah, I'll just have to select a random one and then
I
just
did
base
know
the title off of
one
it.
thing. I did notice one thing actually. There was, I think there was pizza came up a couple of times.
Yeah, pizza-related chaos and confusion. Dearie me. There we are. All right. Well, thanks for joining us then, everyone who watched this. Facebook and links down
Thank
below.
you.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed listening to all we had to say as we go through these FMLs because they're always a little bit of fun as well.
Yeah. Facebook and links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is always appreciated and all that jazz. And remember, there's a price drop alert at Temu, ladies and gentlemen. You can get your multicoloured cats, your strange little cat plush in a weird little slipper thing, or your tardigrade plushes, ladies and gents.
Oh, I love a bit of Temu.
Temu.
It's basically the Amazon for, and we probably don't get it. Probably all of these things will be in the subreddit r/expectation versus reality.
Yes.
Where you get fuck all what you wanted.
Temu has weird shit, as I understand it. I've never actually looked at the website, but I've heard enough people's opinions on it to know that treat it with caution. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, it actually works. You see? Poppy Playtime didn't have that now, did it? Already enjoying it. Scored one bonus point. Alright. Cart line over here. Right. With a cart. My cart. Activate carts. Well, there's that. My nose. It's getting so runny again. Methinks. It's going to be down there. Interact. Well, thank you, Teddy.